Welcome back to the channel, Soap fans. Why bring a beloved legacy character back from the dead just to torture her and everyone who loves her? Because that is exactly what is happening, and I am not okay with it. Not even a little bit. We are being set up for a massive heartbreak, and I just need to vent. So, let's talk about Dr. Wilhelm Rolf and EJ DiMera. I am sorry, but EJ is being completely delusional right now. Rolf comes waltzing into the mansion with this supposedly promising news about Lexie's terrifying symptoms. He claims he's cooked up some kind of super serum too that is going to magically fix all the lethal side effects of the Versavix drug. And EJ? EJ is just eating it up like it's gospel. He is so hopelessly optimistic that this new concoction is going to save his sister. But we all know Rolf's track record. Remember when they tried this with literally half the town? Yeah, it didn't work flawlessly then either. Rolf is a madman in a lab coat, and EJ is just funding his insanity because his ego can't handle failure. Can we talk about EJ for a second? Because I am losing my mind over his arrogance. EJ has this god complex that is honestly out of control. He thinks because he has the DiMera name and a bottomless bank account, he can just cheat the universe. When Rolf brought him this Super Serum 2, EJ didn't even question the ethics or the long-term viability. He just saw a quick fix to cover up his own massive mistake. He doesn't want to admit that bringing Lexie back was a flawed experiment. He wants to be the savior, but in reality, he is the villain of this story. He is the one putting his sister through this excruciating physical and emotional torture. And when it all comes crashing down, EJ is going to have to look his family in the eye and explain why he played Russian roulette with Lexie's life. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's look at the harsh reality of this cure. The hope that Rolf is giving EJ and Lexie is entirely false and completely fleeting. Everything we are seeing points to the absolute fact that things are going to get so much worse very, very soon. The drugs are not going to work. Lexie is literally facing death all over again. Am I the only one who thinks this is unnecessarily cruel? We mourned her back in 2012. We cried our eyes out when she died of that brain tumor in Abe's arms. To bring her back, give her a few weeks of total confusion, and then kill her off again because of EJ's botched science experiment? It is a massive slap in the face to longtime viewers who cherished her character. And as if the impending medical tragedy isn't enough, we have to talk about the absolute emotional train wreck happening with Abe Carver. I love Abe. I have watched James Reynolds play this man with such dignity for years. But right now, he is a complete mess. He is sitting by Lexie's bedside trying to be the devoted, loving husband to the woman who miraculously returned from the dead. But his heart is completely torn in two, because Paulina Price is still very much in the picture, and you cannot just erase the life they built together. Which brings me to the absolute worst timing in the history of Salem. It is Abe and Paulina's Juneteenth wedding anniversary. Yes, their anniversary. Juneteenth is such a beautiful, culturally significant holiday, and their wedding was this gorgeous, vibrant celebration of Black love and resilience. To have this anniversary rolling around right in the middle of this agonizing love triangle is just wild. Things are getting so incredibly messy. You would think that Lexie returning from the grave would just instantly erase Abe's feelings for Paulina, right? Like some fairy tale where the true first love comes back and everything else just fades into the background. But this is days of our lives, people. Real emotions don't just shut off like a light switch. Abe and Paulina still deeply, passionately love each other. Lexie's return from the dead did not kill their feelings. It didn't erase the bond they share. I mean, think about what Paulina has done lately. She stepped aside. She literally told Abe to go be with Lexie because she felt it was the right, honorable thing to do. She sacrificed her own happiness, even while she is dealing with Chanel's terrifying breast cancer crisis. Paulina is carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders, and Abe knows it. He loves Paulina, He built a beautiful, stable life with her after years of grieving Lexie. You can't just delete that history. And I have to give major props to Paulina, even though it breaks my heart. I mean, Paulina is out here fighting her own battles. Her daughter is facing a terrifying cancer diagnosis while pregnant, and Paulina is still trying to handle the Abe situation with grace. She stepped back. She let Abe take Lexie home, but you can see the absolute agony in her eyes every time she looks at him. And Abe, the guilt radiating off that man is palpable. He is trying so hard to do the right thing by the wife who was stolen from him years ago, but he cannot deny the life he has now. The Juneteenth anniversary is just the cruelest reminder of what they are losing. It was supposed to be a day of celebration, of reflecting on their beautiful journey together. Instead, it's a glaring spotlight on a fractured marriage and a love that refuses to die, even in the face of a literal resurrection. But now, on their Juneteenth anniversary, the emotional pull between Abe and Paulina is undeniable. It's palpable, and it is going to destroy Lexie. Okay, back to the point. Lexie, poor, sweet, brilliant Lexie. Imagine waking up in a pod, finding out years have passed, your son has grown, and your husband has moved on. But wait, he says he still loves you. He brings you home. But then she is going to find out the truth. Lexie is a smart woman. She is a doctor. She is going to see the looks passing between Abe and Paulina. She is going to feel the undeniable shift in the room when Paulina's name is mentioned. When Lexie figures out that Abe and Paulina are still completely in love, she is going to be utterly devastated. It is a double tragedy of epic proportions. Lexie is going to suffer the ultimate heartbreak of realizing she doesn't fit into Abe's world anymore, right as her body starts failing her again. Sometimes I contradict myself because I love drama, like maybe a good angsty love triangle is exactly what the show needs right now to spice things up. But no, not like this. Not with a woman who is literally dying of experimental drug failure. It is just too dark and too depressing. She is going to lose the love of her life and her actual life all at the exact same time. And what about Theo? He already lost his mother once. Now he has to watch her heartbreak and watch her die again. It's sick. Is Lexie really going to die? All signs point to yes, and I'm absolutely furious about it. They are setting us up for a tragedy that nobody asked for. And let's not even get started on the fallout. When Lexie's body rejects this super serum too, when the headaches become unbearable, when she realizes EJ played God and completely failed, the explosion is going to be nuclear. Abe is going to snap. I can already see the scene where Abe finds out EJ knew the drug was failing and still gave them false hope. Abe is going to physically throw EJ out of that hospital room. And frankly, EJ deserves it. He brought her back for his own selfish ego, to prove he could master Stefano's science and control life and death. And now Lexie pays the ultimate price. I just can't shake the feeling that this is going to be one of the most heartbreaking seasons in Day's history. We are watching a slow motion car crash, and we can't look away. We know the drugs won't work. We know Abe loves Paulina. We know Lexie's going to find out and be crushed before she inevitably collapses. I want to be wrong. I really, really want to be wrong. I want Rolf to miraculously cure her, and for Lexie to ride off into the sunset with her head held high. But I know this show. They are setting us up for maximum pain. So, grab your tissues, fellow fans, because the Carver family is about to be put through the absolute ringer, and I don't know if my heart can take it. Let me know in the comments if you guys are as stressed about this as I am, because I seriously need a support group for this storyline.